There we are. Just took a while.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Rush. We're going to have what promises to be a big-time high school football game tonight. The weather couldn't be better. Fantastic night. It's not too hot, not too cold, just right.
It's great football weather.
Go ahead.
And out here, I agree with you, Tim. This is going to be an excellent game. You've got two 2-0 teams. You've got two teams that have a serious amount of history behind them. That at times we don't like each other. At the very end, yes,
well, not only in football, but almost every other sport. These two teams played for the state championship in 3A baseball last year, and Eaton had won after Rush had beat us in the prelims. But needless to say, these teams go after it all the time when they get together.
Yeah, both teams are, looking at the Brush team this year, they look about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than the Eaton team, but, Eaton, it's got that strong offensive line, that strong defensive line. So this, I agree, Tim, this should be a great game. We just need to make sure the fact that we establish a run and back it up with the pass. Britton Abbott's got a nice arm, but we've got to set the tone. We've got to set the tone first, and we've got to set it down really quickly and then shut them down.
Well, they've done well. Again, both teams come into this game 2-0. Last week, Eaton had a bye after they had played Academy and won 44-0, and they had won in overtime 2 weeks ago, 2 Friday nights ago, against Roosevelt, 29-23.
And Roosevelt's a 3A school.
3. And Brush had also played a 3A school last week where they played Fort Morgan and beat him pretty convincingly. I'd like to talk to us about a couple of people that have helped us out this week is the Eaton Booster Club has come through, and they're supporting what we're doing, Pat, both here on the football field, in the volleyball gym, and on the softball field. So again, we like to thank, and if your son or daughter is involved in sports in Eaton, joining the Eaton Booster Club and getting your voice known of how the funds should be spent and supporting your team and the camaraderie that goes along with it, we highly support that you join the Eaton Booster Club. Here comes the kickoff. It's kind of a line drive. And Abbott tried to pitch it to Britton Abbott, but he does pick the ball up, and he is going to get to the 20-yard line, the 15-yard line. Kind of a miscue there. Britton, I don't think they had talked that one over, but Britton got the ball. He pitched it back to, I tell you, what could have been a catastrophe to start things out. Eaton does start on the 15-yard line. Needless to say, that's not the point of the field where they'd want to be, but that's where it ended up.
Yeah, and it's those kind of miscues. We need to make sure the fact that we limit throughout this.
You'd think after 2 weeks there's been some they should have talked about. But so you have Britton Abbott at quarterback. You've got Dave Anders at one wide receiver. And Austin Eckler is at tail. Riley Jones is the fullback. They give it to Britton Abbott over left guard. He's going to get about 3 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 7.
Brush, the fact that Brush has scouted us. You know the fact they've looked at all the film, and you know they're going to be teeing off on Austin Eckler.
Sure.
And that offensive line. So hopefully Mont has devised a strategy to,
they've had 2 weeks to work on
or whatever.
Britton Abbott, we actually got 4 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. The other wide receiver is Nick Schreiber. Trent Sig is the tight end. He's lined up wide this time. 2nd and 6. They give it to the fullback, Riley Jones. He's going to be very close to a first down, Pat. I think he may have gotten it. It's going to bring you up either a 1st and 10 or a 3rd and very short.
Yeah, they're looking at it. They've got it, Tim.
They're teeing on Eckler, so anytime you give the ball kind of a misdirection with your fullback, it's going to probably look good. Your left tackle is Dalton Shoup. Left guard, Trey Stevens is the center. Your right tackle is Andrew Strout. Your right guard is Jordan Landon. A 1st and 10 for Eaton. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. I'm not sure who's got it. Brush says they do. And unfortunately, they tried to run option there, and the communication between the fullback and the quarterback wasn't good, and the ball is coughed up. On this same field last year, we saw some of that same thing happen.
And Tim, again, I said it in the very beginning, we've got to limit our miscues, we've got to limit our mistakes, because Brush, being a very good team that they are, they will take advantage of this.
That's correct. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers. They're at about the 29-yard line. Around this side, and he's got some room. He gets about 8. And
watch out.
That almost got him out of bounds there.
Yep.
Middle linebacker is Eaton Allman. Go ahead.
They are, if I remember right, Tim, last year their quarterback was a junior, so this is a senior, a returning senior.
And he threw well against us last year.
Yes, he did.
Shoop and Sig are the defensive ends. Trey Stevens is one of the defensive tackles. I know they've got a new person in there this week. Motion by Brush. They give the ball to go wide, and he's got some room out there. He's got a first down. It's not a touchdown. The ball's going to be inside the 5-yard line, so about on the 3-yard line, Pat. They went real wide. They went wide side of the field, and well, I'll tell you, Eaton better get going here because Brush is taking it to him early, Pat.
Yeah, and we can't. I mean, Brush being a powerhouse that they were, and they were a powerhouse last year. I believe the fact they're bringing back most of their players. I think their offensive line is almost solid from last year. We've got to stop them here, Tim. Otherwise, we can't get behind.
You've got Jake Hilber and Casey Eatons as the corners. Here goes a quarterback sneak. I don't think he certainly didn't make it, Pat.
In fact, I think he might have even lost a yard, Tim.
It's going to bring up a second, and we had done a good job against Roosevelt. So, I think they lost about a half yard, Pat. We've got we
can do about 3 more of those.
Yeah, 3 more stops would be good for us. Riley Jones is one of the linebackers. Wade Wilson is the other linebacker. Eston McGraw is the safety. They spent a split here on the left side. The quarterback comes to sweep again, and he's going to get taken down short again. Good play there by, I'm not sure, Pat, who made that play. It was Eston McGraw there. He came up and made a nice play. He was one-on-one with the quarterback and tripped him up. He gained about a yard, though. The ball will be on about the 1-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. Eaton's got 2 more plays, hopefully, Pat, to stop him right here. I know they've got a good field goal kicker. We saw that last year when he tied that ball game up and put it into overtime. Yeah, nice job.
Yes, he did. Not as good as ours, but
we'll see. Wide receivers on both sides. Here goes the fullback in for a touchdown. That wasn't actually the fullback. That was Kyle Rosenbach. Kyle is a sophomore, 6 foot 185. He also a good athlete. I know he he hits cleanup on the baseball team and a good basketball player, real good athlete. He is only a sophomore, and he went in for a touchdown. So this game is 6-0 with 8 minutes and 57 seconds in the first quarter after a miscue by Eaton's offense gave Brush a short field. Point after touchdown. This kicker, I think he's the same. Yeah, he's a senior. Same kicker we saw last year. And he puts it straight down the middle, Pat. It's a 7-0 game. Brush leads Eaton. I want to tell you real quick about one of our real good sponsors, and that's Heritage Market. Heritage Market, Pat, not only they sponsor us, but, we had a number of watermelon feeds this fall. Heritage Market stepped up, donated stuff to the Eaton the Eaton moms who put out these dinners together. So Heritage Market has done a good job. Pat, I've talked a couple of times about what I don't want to use the word treasure, but how lucky we are to have that type of market. I remember a few years ago we didn't have anything like that. And boy, if you wanted to go into the market, you had to, go to the grocery store, you had to drive all the way into Greeley, and they've got a wide selections of they've got of meats and
deli. They've got a great bakery.
They've got a bakery right there. Pretty much everything you're going to look for. They've got a pharmacy too. Yep. Everything, and that's, boy, talk about make it easy on yourself. Prices are good, but they've been a big sponsor of Eaton Sports since they've come to town, and it's really, a nice place to shop, nice and clean, friendly people. They'll get to know you, and they've got a good rewards program. So support your hometown grocery store, Heritage Market.
Yeah, it's nice not to have to take that hour into Greeley every time.
That's sure. This is kind of a low kick again to Britton Abbott. He's coming up the center this time. He is going to get taken down at about the 20-yard line. He didn't try to pitch it that time. They're purposely trying to keep the ball away from Eckler, as we can see. And that's probably a wise thing to do. It's not that Britton Abbott doesn't have big-time speed. He just doesn't. He's not the shifty type of player that Austin Eckler is. So it's, again, Eaton is down in this game 7-0. The ball is right at the 20-yard line.
Yep. So, again, we're down by 7. We just need to settle down, play our game, and just drive it down the field.
Don't put the ball on the field, on the ground. They go out with a strong left. They give it to Eckler over the center there, and he is going to get about 3, bringing up about a 2nd and 7. They went over left guard, between the center and left guard that time, and we got 3.
Yep. So, yeah, and again, can't say it enough. Can't say it. I mean, how many times are you going to say it? We've got to limit our miscues. We've just got to settle down, drive this in, put that one behind us, and just start rolling.
Sig is on the right side to make it strong right this time. They gave it to the fullback, Riley Jones, and he is going to get driven backwards for no gain. I don't know. He lost. Let's see where they give his forward progress at. It looks like he looks like he's not going to lose anything. Well, he actually lost the yard, Pat. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8, I think. They just mark it where it is. They didn't lose anything, but we didn't gain anything. A 3rd and 7 for the Eaton Reds. They went over pretty much the same play they had tried earlier, where Austin Eckler came right.
Yep.
And they gave it back, going against the grain to Riley Jones.
Now, granted, we've only had like 5 plays, but I mean, there's a trend that we're going right up through the middle. Maybe we need to start cutting it out wide and seeing what we can do for an option.
Strong right, and they're going to go back to pass, throws it to Sig, who catches the ball, and I think it's for a first down.
Oh, yes, it is.
On whether they're going to mark
30.
It. Yep, first down. Yep. So it's Abbott to Sig for a first down.
Yep, and that was a nice play. Abbott threw a nice ball. Trent's got great hands. He's very secure. And Trent's one of those players. He's a senior. He's smart. He's not going to try and push it. He knew he'd already had the first down. The ball was low. Just go down, make sure you make a good catch, and let's have another 4 downs.
Yep. First down for the Reds. The ball will sit at about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10.
Like to see an option here, Tim.
Yeah, we did that the first quarter, and the first drive, and the ball's on the ground. Here they go. If we do option it, here comes Eckler off the corner, and he is going to get, boy, look at him go, Pat. Yeah. Nate put over and put him down. They did option, though, and they had one guy hanging on him for about 5 yards.
And he still dragged him.
He's going to get a first down.
Yep.
The ball will sit at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice call. And again, Eckler, I mean, if you get him out, if you run right through the middle, sure, if you have those nice holes, there's yardage there, and Eckler will blow through it. But you put him out on the outside where he's only got 1 or 2 men to beat, or drag along the field.
Boy, you gotta like those odds.
Yeah.
Strong left this time. Wide side of the field is the left side. Abbott up under center. They give it to Riley Jones, who's got some room. He better hang on to it, and he's going to get a first down.
Nice run.
Eaton is starting to roll. One of the guys came in there, Pat, and tried to pull the ball out, and Riley just kept it going and picked up another first down for Eaton. The chains move. The ball will be placed on the 41-yard line of Brush. Eaton, for the first time tonight, is on the Brush side of the field.
Excellent. And that's that off-season conditioning that a lot of the players have a tendency to do. You build up and you make sure that central part of you is nice and solid, so that when the defense does come up and try and punch it out, you've got a solid grasp on that.
Riley's a solid kid. It looks like Wade Wilson has checked in as the fullback now. Sig's on the left. They got Twins on the right. They go pitch it to Eckler on the left side. He's got
some room, too.
Yeah, he's got some room. He's got a first down. He's going down the left sideline. He is driven out of bounds at about a 15-yard line, Pat. Another first down for the Reds. Looks like the Reds, after having a weak 2 weeks off, maybe a little bit rusty, but here they go. They're on the roll. First down, they're getting guards by the chunks here, Pat.
Yep, and again, you put Eckler out on those wings where he's only got one or two people to beat. Good. I mean, the odds are in our favor. He'll bust them, and he'll run through those two guys.
Well, what they'll do is, I would imagine, they'll start, taking their safeties and linebackers and widen them out. That's what Roosevelt did. I don't know what's going to, but then it does create holes in the middle too.
That's exactly it.
Sig's strong on the right side. They're giving it to Eckler, cutting. He's going to go in for a touchdown, Pat.
Yep,
it does. Touchdown, Eaton Red,
and there are no flags.
Touchdown. That will make the score 7-6 with 6 minutes and 2 seconds left. Big play there. We went back across the grain. Pat, we were picking up yards that time in chunks of about 15 yards. We had that big third down pass from Britton Abbott to Sig that kept the line going. And after that, we were running the ball, and we did some good things. Pat, let's catch this extra point real quick, and then let's have you tell us about one of our sponsors that make this possible. Sean. Wild Shoes. Early back. Snap is good. The ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Making this score 7-7 with 6:02. Pat, please tell us about one of our sponsors.
Kennedy Dental. They're located at 100 South Cherry Street in Eaton. Dr. Kennedy and staff would like to wish the best of luck to all the students and staff of the Eaton School District. Eaton Athletics thanks Dr. Kennedy and staff for their support. Dr. Kennedy does a lot of things also for not only for the town of Eaton, but for Eaton Athletics.
Yeah, since he's come to town, he has done a good job, and I know he is just a professional. We talked to him a couple weeks ago. He said something, Pat, that will always stay in my mind, and maybe it's simplistic, but he said, you only floss the teeth that you want to keep. Basically, take care of the ones that you want to keep. We talk about nutrition, but he's got a wonderful family, does a great job for Eaton Athletics. Nice guy. His wife is really. It's just. It's
There's only one drawback with Dr. Kennedy. The University of Nebraska.
Yeah,
what's up with that?
Yeah, you got to kind of let him go on that. I know he goes back. I know he's going back. So that's why he goes to but he goes back to Massachusetts to visit the Kennedys. I don't know what that's about, but who knows? Maybe he'll be running for political office one day himself. But Dr. Kennedy, we can't say enough good things about him. Good guy.
He's a nice guy.
Real good guy.
He's a good dentist too.
Yeah. He, I tell you, he's my dentist, and it's not too painful. That's what I like personally. All right, here goes Sean. Let's see if he can put it in the end zone. He's done a good job of that this year, and it's kind of a little bit shorter kick. It's going to come down about the 5-yard line. He's coming up the center, and he breaks to the left. Our person over here got taken in, and let's see what happens. They give nice return though. The ball is going to come out at the 31-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Brush. Real quick, Pat, I'd like to tell you about the Eaton Animal Den. Animal Den is your local hometown source for feed, tack, supplies, grooming, vet supplies, kenneling for your 4-legged family members. They're located at 231 South Elm, and that's where the vet, Dr. Meredith Early. They're located, Pat, in that just that by the new Heritage Shopping Center just south of there. They take care of what we call exotic pets too, which are pocket pets and reptiles. So here we come out. Eaton comes out in there 53 again. Back to pass, and he throws it into the ground. We had good pressure on him that time.
Yeah, 2 guys were on him. So, but they came right up through the middle of that line. They came on either side of the center, and they seem to be back there now. Their quarterback, again, senior. He's seasoned.
Yep.
And he's got a great arm.
He got rid of it that time. Garrett Colson has taken the place of Michael Cordova. He was on top of the quarterback right away, and he went down. But he did get rid of the ball, bringing up a 2nd and 10 for the Beat Diggers. They've got wide receivers on both sides. They've got a slot here on the left who is in motion to the right. They tried to run the right side, and there's nothing doing over there. He got maybe 2. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Beat Diggers. 3rd and 8.
Yep. And again, Tim, this is where we need to just hold them. We need to stay in our lanes. We need to make sure the fact that we contain on the outside so they don't get on the outside and force them back in.
That's where they hurt us on that first drive, was getting outside.
So, So if we can contain them here, force a punt, with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, we're back even again.
It's bringing up a 3rd and 7 or a 3rd and 8. 3rd and long either way. Slot on the right. Back to pass. The pass is knocked down by Trent Sieg, and it goes incomplete.
Nice play.
It would have been nice if they would have picked that one off, but he didn't.
But let's not get too greedy.
Yeah. We'll take the 4th and 8, though. Looks like they're going to punt, or the ball will sit at the 34-yard line of Brush. This is where we normally see Eckler go back. I don't see Eckler going back. They've got a punter on the field and no one's back, Pat.
Yeah, but that quarterback, if you look at him, he's sitting as a short guy.
Yeah, he is the blocker, so I'm not quite sure. Looks like Eskew is going to go back. I'm not quite sure. Looks like a high snap, but he did catch it, and it's going to be kind of off place. I think he'll let it bounce. Just get away from it at this point. Don't let it touch you.
Yep.
Boy, that's what they've got to really do is get away from that ball. That ball bounces off you. There's no reason to go. If you're not going to catch it, run the opposite way. Do not get close. Eaton does take over, thankfully, though, at about their 26-yard line. Pat, why don't you tell us about one of our sponsors, if you would?
Garrison Sports Center is proud to support Eaton football. Garrison's is a family-owned business with lines of sporting equipment and clothing offering expert service. They're located in Greeley at 3817 West 10th Street. Garrison's, they do such a great thing also for Eaton athletics, but they do a lot for a lot of other athletics.
Oh, yeah, and if you want something special done, that's where you get it done. If you want, special, and that's what the great part about their business. You can buy everything there, but again, if you want something special done for your team, you go to Garrison's in northern Colorado.
That's right, or you can special order something.
Here goes Eckler again, left side. He's got some room. Tough to take down, Pat.
Yes,
he's going to get about 5. Bringing up a 2nd and 5. He goes over his left tackle, Dalton Shoup.
Yep. And going back to Garrison's, I mean, if anything dealing with sports, and I mean anything, that's the place to go.
I was in there. I can't. Their hockey supplies are great. They've got a huge gun area. You can trade your guns there, and they've got gun people that know what the heck they're talking about instead of going into some stores and just hoping the guy has an idea what you're looking for. We got Twins on the right, tight end on the left. They give it to Eckler, and he's going to have a first down. He went over between his left guard and left tackle, and he is going to get a first down. Eaton, after a shaky start, Pat, looks like they're on a roll here.
Yeah, and again, we just need to settle down. You're right. We had that shaky start. Okay, great. Put it behind you, settle down, and play Eaton football. And Eckler is a lot of Eaton football.
He's a beast. There's no doubt about it. He's not a big guy, but boy, he is a powerful runner. Sega's on the left again. They've got an eye, and they got Twins here on the right. Abbott's back to pass. He's looking right. He's got to get rid of it. And he finds his receiver it should be a catch. I think it's a good catch.
Yes, it was.
Boy, nice layout there. Really nice catch. He dove for that ball. That was Casey Eden's, Pat. Eckler, I don't remember this year when he's completed one to Casey, but boy, Casey went down and did a square out at about 12 yards. Picks up a first down. Nice play.
Yep. And looking at Britton's throwing motion, he doesn't have a atypical quarterback throwing motion, but he's got a strong arm. He can get it down there.
Yeah, we play center field in baseball, so he can rifle it. Twins on the left side this time, tight ends on the right side. Eckler comes right. He bounces out. There was a hole. Not much of a hole. He went over a Brush player and knocked him on his tail. Well, I don't want to say on his tail, maybe. But you had Oscar Soto, who's a 6 foot and 260. Austin Eckler put his shoulder into him, and Oscar went down. And
again, you characterized Austin very well. He is a beast. He's got a lot of lower body strength. He's got those legs just don't stop moving.
And I've seen this kid run his whole life, and boy, he is a natural tailback if there ever was one. The ball will sit at the Beat Digger 37-yard line. Eaton's been on a roll again, picking up chunks of yards. They got strong right. You got Eckler in the slot, and back to pass. He throws it to Eckler. He's got a little bit of room. Let's see what he can do here with it. And he is going to get taken down at that point at about a 5 yard. Eckler had lined up on the slot, and he had come over the middle. And Britton really throws. He looks like he's in his comfort zone. Every pass he's thrown tonight, has been a completion.
Yeah, but Tim, from his first game to his second game now to this game, you can see his progression. He is getting much better, much more comfortable.
He's a senior, but he hasn't played quarterback since 6th grade.
Right.
And it's just a lot to throw on a kid. It doesn't seem like it would be, but boy, everyone is coming at you real fast, and it's a hot potato.
Yes, it is. And
He
he's
comes out,
doing it well.
Twins on the right side, tight end on the left. They pitch it this time. There's a flag. I don't know. I guess
there's another one, too.
Two flags. It looks like Eckler's going to.
There's a third flag.
Eckler's going to get taken down for not. It looks like it's holding, I'm assuming.
Hold on. You got a flag? I'll throw one, too.
Yeah. It looks like Eaton's picking up too many yards and chunks, and they're going to find something. Eckler got the corner real quick over here. I'm assuming they're going to call holding.
Yeah, I would assume that there's at least a holding call in that.
What would have been a 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line will now be coming back, I'm assuming.
Well, hopefully there's a flag against Brush, and it nullifies each other.
Unfortunately, Pat, they're talking to the Rush players, so
I was being hopeful.
Yeah, it's good to be hopeful, but I don't think you're
not realistic.
Yeah. Anyway, that's too bad. So the ball's coming back. So actually, Pat, we had 2 penalties there: a legal formation and a holding. So what would look like a real promising drive, ball's coming back. Pat, if we don't stop ourselves, to be honest with you, right now we're taking it to them.
Yes, we are. So it's probably going to be what, 2nd and about 14, I think. No, 2nd and about 18.
Yeah,
it's 16.
That's a big penalty.
Yep.
So it looks like Eaton's going to have to pick up some more yards and chunks, but boy, I like what they've done so far. As long as we don't turn it over, I like what we're doing.
Yep.
They come out in a traditional tail, strong right. Eckler's in motion to the left. Britton's back to pass, rolls left. He throws left, and the ball is intercepted. That was a floater. If there ever was a floater, that was a floater, Pat.
That was one of those, I'm going to throw it up, and hopefully Eckler could just jump or whoever could jump.
There was just too many people on that one. He's better just to pull the ball down and take off at that point.
Yep.
But, we were just saying that. Pat, if you could tell us about one of our sponsors. Maybe I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Pat.
New West Bank is Eaton's locally owned and managed hometown and full-service bank. Locations in Eaton and Greeley. They can also be found on the web at www.newwestbank.biz. Eaton Football and New West Bank, a great partnership. Tim, New West Bank, they've got that hometown feel.
They do.
You can walk in, they know you by your name. It's not one of those, you're just not a number. You are a person that everybody seems to know.
Here they come. They're coming left side. They got a little bit of room, and he's going to get taken down at that point.
All right, Tim. 2nd and 2. Let's see. They had a nice run on that. Let's see what we can do about stopping them here and forcing it to go to 3rd down. There's a flag in the play. That might be a good thing for us. They did get the 2+ yards, but let's see what the flag says. All right, and they look like. Yep, it looks like it might be against Brush. So let's see what they're going to call. Yep. All right, which gives us basically, it was 2nd and 2, now it's going to be 2nd and 7. That helped, Tim. That helped immensely. They've got that tailback, and he's awfully quick.
Oh yes, he's a great athlete.
And if he makes it to the outside, he's like Eckler. He can go.
I know he's the Brush, the staff, and he's a fine young man too. I know he is. I've seen him, in a couple of different scenarios. Nice kid, real nice kid. Motion left. They pitch it on the left. They got numbers out here. Let's see what happens. They've got a 1st down.
Yep.
They had 2nd and long.
Eston McGraw was on that tackle. But again, they line it up, and they pitched it out to the left side, even to the short side, but they had all their blockers pull, and it was like a big purple wave that came through, and they got the first down.
Yeah, they came with their slot and their full, and they had numbers out on the edge. Strong right this time. There's an offside by Eaton.
I didn't think he touched, but apparently he must have.
Well, in high school football, you go across. But unfortunately, you've got a couple young players in there that haven't spent a lot of time, and they're going to give up, make it a short first and 5.
All right, guys, we got to just settle down, let it go, and focus on what we're doing on this series.
You know, those young players, some of them are playing in their first game.
And this is, being the first Patriot League game, there's a little bit of tension on this one. So, looks like they swept off to the left-hand side. Now, it's a different running back this time, but he's still got some moves. Number 30 seems to be their guy that seems to be awfully quick and running off to the side. This one was number 4. It looks like they picked up about 8 yards, and it is another beat digger first down. So, all right. But, the thing is, again, Tim, we just got to watch what we're doing. Let's not make mistakes. Let's just settle down, and let's force them to earn those 10 yards. So, so up to the line they come. Let's see what it looks like. They're working strong right. Quarterback's under the center. And they came right up through the center. It looks like, in fact, he went just to the right of the center. Trent Sig made a nice tackle from the left side coming across. Looks like they might have picked up about 7 yards, which makes about 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. And it looks like it is now the end of the first quarter. So,
we're not on. We got to try to get on the Virgin Mobile website. First quarter. A big penalty there. Britton just can't throw it up. He doesn't have a rifle enough. He can't just throw it up. People just cut that off.
You tell us. I really wish you would tell us when it goes off. Like you stop recording or something.
It's the middle of the network, right?
Yeah, but nothing comes up.
Put your hands together for our cheerleading squad. Special thanks to our sponsors, Cattleman's Resource Inc., Fresh Grocery Card, Brandon Bergen McGuire, PC, Janet Cronin, J&J's Hair Styling, Greg Mullen Insurance Agency.
While we're on break here, I'm going to tell you real quick about Jerry McGraw and the employees of Greeley Semi-Service. Wish the best for the Eaton student athletes for the upcoming year, both on and off the field. Jared McGraw, he's been our sponsor, Pat, for a couple years here. Real nice guy, does a good job. Brush will come out with the ball on the Eaton side of the field. First and 10. Back to pass. Knocked down by Riley Jones. Real nice play by Riley Jones. They're going to be in 4-down territory. The ball sits at about the 43-yard line. Eaton comes out in their 50. More of a 53. They roll left. And the quarterback's got some room, and he's got a first down over there. First down for the Beat Diggers.
Down by number 83, Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson, linebacker on the outside, went over there and made that stop. Ball's going to be placed on the 36-yard line of Eaton.
It's going to be spotted at the 37-yard line.
First and 10 for the Beet Diggers from their own 37-yard line. You know, I think the Beet Diggers were offsides that time, and I think one of the interior football people laid into their offensive guard, and I think there's a flag against Eaton. Let's see what happens here. It might be flags against both teams offsetting penalties. Initially, I think they had an illegal procedure against Brush. Brush actually called the timeout.